Welcome everyone. Today's video we're going to see Wat Buraparam. This is about a 200-year-old temple. It goes back to the Thon Buri era, and the temple itself is as old as Surin province. So it was built by one of the governors back in like 1750s or so, and it has a lot of history. So there's a really famous Buddha image in here and a few other things to see. There's mainly 3 buildings that you get to see. So we'll take a quick look around and we'll see what we see. So there is the main ordination hall. And check it out, it has 3 mythical birds up there on the gables. Oh, that's really a cool look from right here. The tricordon or something like that, I can't remember exactly the style. Then you see the Buddha up there, and then all of the styling and the Naga. And then there will be a building over here we'll look at, and then the one back behind. Okay, so I was standing here and a monk, he went off over here somewhere. He said, wait a minute and I'll show you around. So he went back in there and he's gonna show us something. I guess he said he's gonna take me up to a 2nd floor and show me something interesting. So let's go with him. Okay, so the monk is gonna take us back in here. This was a very famous monk here. So this was where he stayed right here. Has a shrine.
This is the last room. Luangpho he died.
He passed away here?
Yes.
How? And it was 40 years ago?
Yes. This month.
This month?
Number 30 he died.
Oh, the 30.
40 years ago.
Oh. And how long was he a monk here at this temple?
About over 7 years.
What, 70 years?
Yeah.
Wow.
But when he died, his old is 96.
So right here, this is his bones. So whenever he was cremated, the little bit of bone that's left. So the people come and they put the paper with like the wish, and they light the candles. And this is like a little shrine for him because he was a very famous monk. And you see here, this is some of the the Buddha teaching. They write that on the little piece of.
It's over 100 years ago.
Over 100 years ago when he did that. Yeah, and he died at age 96. So they have this little shrine here for him. This is quite interesting. Okay, so the monk's going to take me over here to this. So you have the drum tower here and the bell up at the top. And he said this is a very famous building. All the people come here to pray in here. And you can see the styling in it. And we'll go up to the 2nd floor. You can see the humongous Buddha right there inside. So here's where you can get and make some donations. And then these balls here, they bury down in the ground, and they make a little ceremony here when they do it, and that's what would be on top of, or the little ordination stones are put on top of them. So the monk's going to take me.
When the people come starting here.
Okay, the monk's going to take us in here and give us a little tour. So right here's the shrine where they start making the blessings. They pray, and then here's the first step.
First thing to do when come here, take a flower and candle and put some money here. Yeah. And then.
And what do they do with the oil?
This is all for put on the skin.
Okay.
For lucky and your future.
Uh-huh.
For protect, for everything.
Okay.
Yes.
And is this the prayer or the history of the temple?
This is story.
The story?
Yeah, about that Buddha on top.
Okay.
We go to see later.
Okay. So we'll go inside of here. You can see all the Naga. Yeah, this is a really nice building here. And this is built in the Thon Buri era, so it's about 200 years old. Thon Buri would have been King Taksin.
This Buddha named Luangpho Phra Chi.
Luangpho Phra Chi?
Phra Chi. P-R-A.
Okay. Phra Chi.
He's old. It's over 200 years.
Over 200 years old?
Yeah.
Is the styling Khmer in the face? Because it's very round. It's not the egg shape?
Yes.
And this is the prayer, and What do they do with this?
This is stone.
Uh-huh.
This stone we mean if you take this stone on the air
Uh-huh.
and pray.
And pray?
Yes. And then hope everything come true with your life.
Make everything come true? Hope.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then put back.
The stone is very heavy. It's probably it's probably like 18, 19 kilos, something like that. It's very heavy.
We mean if you cannot take it.
Over here, these are the days of the week Buddhists. So you find your day of the week. Mine would be Friday, so this was my style. So I would come over here and make a prayer and make a little donation to the temple. And you can see the mural paintings in here. This is the part of the temples I really, really enjoy, is seeing all these murals. And you can see they've carved the window shutters. Yeah, this is kind of an interesting little building. You see a few like this, but usually the hall will be rectangular. But this has the little side chambers over here. Okay, so he told me what they're doing here, actually why these are out here, is they're going to build a new hall. So these are going to be put in the ground. So the small ones go around the outside, and then that big one goes underneath the main Buddha whenever they build it. And this is going to be the new building that they're doing right here. So I was curious why they had him out here. And then at 8 o'clock, because it's almost 8 o'clock, he's going to come over and ring the bell, so we'll see that. Okay, so he's getting ready to ring the bell. And what the bell and the gong do is they go back to the old days before watches. So the temple was your timekeeper. So he does this every day. Step one?
Yeah. 3 steps.
3 steps?
Yeah. Finish. It's not easy.
Okay, so the guy ringing the bell, he is the head monk here. And he rings the bell, that's the morning call to prayer. So all the monks are going to come over here and they're going to do the chanting now inside of this hall. And while we were walking, there was another monk that I was talking to over there that used to live in San Diego, and then he went to North Carolina. So he was excited when I told him I was an American. So we'll look in this hall, and there is a little museum here also. And you see, this is him. He's going to go, he said he's got to go change his clothes for the chanting ceremony. So you see here on the sign, so it looks like this was consecrated in 2542. Maybe that was when it was remodeled. And Surin is famous for their elephants, so you'll see elephants here. They do like an elephant thing every year here in Surin. So you can see the styling here. It has that like mythical bird up there with the little bell. And then it has these like lions here guarding the entrance, which is pretty nice. And right over there, that is the museum. So it may be open. It's still pretty early yet. So if it's open, we'll go stick our head in there. We'll look around. So we'll go in here now. You can see the carving on the door. Yeah, this is a really nice hall here. So you see the monks are getting ready. So they come here and they sit on these little mats. And then the head monk will be the one leading the chants. And then around it are these murals. And these are like the scenes of the Jataka and the story of the Buddha's life. So this looks like it was one back maybe like in India. And then up here, you'll see the ones like him fasting. And then this is the principal Buddha inside of this hall. And you see here some of the scenes. The artwork that they do is really, really nice. And up here is like the goddess of earth, and she's flooding the world. And you see like the monsters and the people fighting. And here he is praying under the Bodhi tree. Oh yeah, this is really nice. And a few more of the paintings. Yeah, these, you'll see these in a lot of the temples. The paintings will be a little bit different. It depends on the artist's interpretation, but the scenes are all the same. So the Thais come in here and they know immediately what the scene is. So the chanting will go on for quite a little bit. Yeah, let's go over here and let's look at the museum now. So you can see here they have the Naga. Yeah, this is a beautiful building. They have the wire mesh and everything to keep the birds out. You see the Naga up there on the gables. Now this is the most important temple in Surin, and it does date back over 200 years. There's a really famous monk that came over here. It says it right here on this sign. So it says it was built by Phraya, Surin, Phakdi, Narong, Changwang, or they called him Poon, in like 1757 to 1787 is kind of when he lived. Oh, check this out. This is a nice little building. You can see it. Has some little Buddha images up there at the very top. And the Thais, they believe that there's like spirits in the trees. Okay, so this is a little shrine inside of here. So it has some of the important relics. And then it has like the wax figures of a couple famous monks. And over here is another little low shrine. So they do these, sometimes they'll have these low roofs, so you actually have to crawl to kind of humble yourself. This is 2547, I guess is when they built this. And there's somebody racked out, I didn't even notice them. Okay, let's go up in here, let's see if we can see inside of this. Okay, so you can see what it looks like inside of here. It says here, I think this says keep the gate closed. And then you can see, it has some little chetties all around, and then this is that little shrine. And the Thais come right here and they pray. And that's the little prayer right there that they do. And inside of all that is those little relics. You can see the front of this little building. And that right there, believe it or not, right below is the date. So that must be the date when they built this building. Okay, let's go in here and let's look. On the door right here, this is like the Wheel of Law. And so they have some more murals all around. Looks like this is dedicated to this monk right here. because these are all the paintings of him. And then they have him when he died. So he was 96, is what the new head abbot said when we looked in that little room of his. And then they have some nice paintings back behind. Those are like those elephant creatures that they have. And then the Buddha up there. And then him, picture with King Rama IX. So he's important enough that Rama IX came here and got a sermon from him. And some of his robes and everything over there. And same thing over here. Some of his personal effects. And it looks like some more of his bones right there inside that little glass case. Then over here, this part of the temple, these will be like general purpose rooms, stuff like that. Same way over here, you'll have places for the monks. Looks like up top there, they may have like some classrooms. They may do some teachings for the monks. This is usually like right here where they'll have like the funerals and all of that. That's going to finish up our video over here at Wat Buraparam. This is a nice little temple. It was pretty fun getting a little tour by the head abbot. I was getting off my motorcycle and I had my camera out and he's like, don't just take photos, I'll show you other things. So he's like, okay. So he gave us a little private tour of what's going on. So you got to see a little bit of the ringing of the bell and the chanting, and we got to look around here. So hopefully you enjoyed this. This is a nice little thing. It is a Buddha holiday today. It's actually the death of King Rama IX, the former Thai king. So there will be a lot of Thais that will come out here and do it. The head abbot said the last 2 days and today they will all be really, really busy. So anyway, if you enjoyed the video, make sure you smash like. If you have any questions or comments, leave me a comment down below and tell me what you think, or if you know a little bit more about this temple, or if you've been here, leave me a comment and let me know down below. And if you're new to my channel, subscribe. This is what I do. I show you things that I see and tell you a little bit about what I know. So if you enjoy that, then definitely subscribe, stick around, and then you're notified when I post a new video. And from over here in Surin, remember, life is a journey. Until next time, enjoy.